What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. I want to jump into this Coach Prime video where Jason Whitlock is reacting to their 6-2 record at this point, and I have a few problems with what he said because he was one of the loudest critics of Deion Sanders. But now Deion, they doing good. Outside chance at a Big 12 title game, and so we're gonna jump right into it, man. I'm gonna stop it and I'm gonna give my little spiel when he says something outlandish. Let's check it out.
Could we be looking at a 10-2 Colorado team? That look, they would get blasted by BYU, in my opinion, in the Big 12 title game. BYU is pretty good. BYU's got some defensive linemen that are pretty good that would cause Colorado a lot of problems. But Joel's right. They have an outside shot at a Big 12 championship. What do I say to that? Uh, how you win matters. And much of my criticism of Deion Sanders has been about his approach to building that football program. And I didn't think it would work, his approach. His approach is not good, but it is working. His approach is not healthy, but it is working. I think that speaks to the corrupt system that has been built in college athletics.
Okay, so that's the first foul on the play. So he says how Dion has built his team or built his roster, built the program, basically isn't ethical. But then you go on to say college athletics is doing it. So it is an ecosystem where everybody has equal opportunity to build the way that he don't like. So why is Dion getting, um, criticized for the way he built this Colorado roster? Let's continue, man.
And it disappoints me that we've built a corrupt system. It's no different than let's look at the music industry. And again, I've told you all used to like rap music. But rap music in the music industry is so corrupt, so perverted, so evil that rappers that rap about killing and stealing and drug dealing and all that can reach the top of the music profession. They can perform at halftime. That speaks to how corrupt the music industry is.
Whitlock, the music industry has always been corrupt. Now, maybe some of the message in the music was a little bit better than it is now, but the people up top and what they used to make, especially the younger artists, but even people that was of age that was desperate for an opportunity, what they made them do to reach certain levels, well, we know what that is. Let's continue.
It doesn't say, hey, Snoop Dogg is right. What it says is the system is so corrupt that corrupt people now reach the top. And so, yes, are the Colorado Buffaloes improved? Absolutely. Only a fool would say that they're not. Their defense, their defensive side of the football, particularly their front seven, and their whole unit, because between Travis Hunter and I can't think of number seven's name right off the top of my head, but he's a safety. He's a really good player. The other two corners that play opposite Travis Hunter, their defense is improved. Hats off to them. Offense is dangerous because there's speed on the outside. Their receivers are talented, and SHedeur Sanders can get them the ball. And the offensive line has improved. Colorado has improved. The system has been changed in a way that someone like Deion could come in, work the transfer portal, work name, image, and likeness, and buy up enough talent to be competitive. Hats off to him. He's working a system that I don't respect.
Yo. So hold on there, Whitlock. You don't respect the system that's perfectly legal to work. And what do you mean he buys players? Now, I heard people say that SHedeur is the number, or SHedeur or Travis. I don't know who's number one and number two, but they're the two highest paid college athletes or NIL, college football players. And, well, SHedeur is good and he's Deion's son. So obviously he's going to be highly paid. Travis Hunter would have been highly paid like this for any other team he would have selected as well. But him being in Buffalo, being under Prime, who is considered, the greatest corner of all times, and him playing the position, playing both sides of the ball, and really getting all the snaps that maybe he wouldn't have got at like a Alabama or something. Maybe they wouldn't have let him play as much on both sides of the ball. It's worked out for him, to really monetize his name, image, and likeness. But um, as far what do you mean paying players? Like Coach Prime, you could argue he doesn't take advantage of the system enough. And when I say that, remember Coach Prime came out last season and said he doesn't do in-home visits. He says if you want to come, you can come on a visit to our school. And you got other coaches that'll come in your living room, do the wobble and everything, go all out of character to try to get a recruit to sign with them. So you could say Coach Prime isn't really doing everything he could possibly do to get players, if you want to be technical. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing, man. Whitlock, you should have just said they're playing better than I expected, and hats off to them. There's nothing wrong with you just being wrong about the program. Now they still have some work to do. They got to win these games, and some of the games that was looked at as maybe they can win, maybe they might lose. You have to win some of those games now because of how your season's gone to this point, and you want to give yourself a chance to be in that Big 12 title game. You wasn't saying this last year when he worked the transfer portal. You wasn't saying none of this, and we know it take multiple years to turn around a college football roster. It's not like the NCAA basketball where you can get the top five of the top 10 recruits, and now you got a little decent team. You can compete a little bit, even with upperclassmen. If you have a bunch of guys that's gonna go to the NBA, you can't do that in football because you need critical positions. You can get skilled players pretty easy, but what Coach Prime found out last year is you need the guys up front. And I think he already knew that, obviously, but they a little bit harder to convince to come in and play at Colorado when you got Georgia, you got LSU, you got all these schools trying to get them in. So I say all that to say, Whitlock, keep the same energy that you had last year when you was talking about Coach Prime, he deserves some of the criticism, right? We ain't saying he deserves some criticism when he said, "Do you believe?" and then they tanked. But now this is what "Do you believe?" means. They're 6-2 now, bowl eligible. I think what they were number 23 in the AP. So if you just keep winning out, all you got to do is get to number 12. Couple teams lose, you win out, you win the Big 12. Um, I think the winner of the Big 12 will be one of the teams, in the college football playoffs. They'll be 11 or 12 or something like that. So, yeah, man, they got an outside shot. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about Whitlock. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time.